Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury. Archie Luxury on the Paul Pluta channel doing paid reviews. Paid reviews. I'm wearing quick wristwatch check 52.96. This is the 38mm Calatrava, and I really love that watch. I really do love it. Jumping straight into a paid review. What wristwatch review? This is for Jason. Jason, I think it's his Jason. He goes, this is paid review 9N39. He goes, I hope this finds you in good spirits. I'm not emotionally, if not emotionally, then at least in your drinking glass. I sent you $60 in the hope of appeasing the guru's anger. I need the pontiff's guide to guide me in my next wristwatch purchase. I will give you a quick rundown of my collection so you can see the direction and hopefully guide me on to glory. I got into watch collecting through movie prop collecting at first, so I have some shitters that mean nothing and I won't bore you. Thank God. Thank fucking God you don't bore me with that crap. A few crossed the boundaries, being a decent watch as well. I've got a Hoya Professional 1000 Raquel Walsh wore in the famous nude on the beach photo. That's the one? I don't know. Number 2, Tag Hoya Professional 1000 James Bond wore in the opening of Living Daylights. His PVD coated. I said fuck that, got stainless. Number 3, Seiko SKX 009 Robert Redford wore in All Is Lost. I had many other movie watches, but they are really shitters and I don't count them at all in my collection. These 3 got me into real watches and brought me to listening to you. I pulled my finger and got me a Rolex Precision Manual Wind 35mm, probably 34mm. The only watch I might sell off is I don't wear it. It just sits in the safety deposit box. Then I smartly listened to you and bought a Rolex Explorer 1 36mm 114270. That's a good watch. You then proclaimed, fuck the 36 Explorer, it's too small. Well, fuck me dead. That's okay. It's not, it depends on for some people. So to appease the guru, I pulled the trigger on a Rolex Explorer 2 16570 black dial. I wanted a polar, but I got this off Clivers for a good price, and beggars can't be choosers. Here are the watches I'm looking at now. What would you suggest out of these or any other idea? Here we go. GMT Coke 16760 Fat Lady from 1984, asking around 10k. Only problem with this one is it's in such good condition, it'll be a safe queen, I'm sure. Number 2, Rolex Submariner 2-line, no date, 5513 1984, asking 10k or so. Acrylic, non-stainless. What do you mean by non-stainless? I don't know, fuck me dead. Definitely would be a safe queen. Number 3, Rolex Submariner 2-tone bluesy 16613, E serial number 72, also asking a Rolex Sub 16610 2005 model, asking 82, thinking why spend an extra 1,000? Okay, let's have a look here. It's got a Sea Dweller 16600 2001 P serial number. That's 72. Has a very small dent in the bezel. Only flaw on this. Or last and least favorite, and my least favorite option, Daytona 2-tone white dial 16523 K serial number 2005. They want 13. Those are what I have seen available and that I'm interested in. There's also a yellow gold 80s 36mm day date head for 8, and a black stick dial date just 2 for 6. But those both seem in the wrong direction. I've also thought strong about the 39mm Air King, which is actually a 40mm Air King. It seems to have all the right. Now that usually comes with a future star. Hard to tell. Love other brands as well, but I'm a poor boy. I can only afford to put my money into safe watches. There's a Deep Sea for 10k, but I don't know if I would wear it much as it's chunky. Even though I thought about the 42mm Polar, But then I would define the Steve McQueen, da 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 da. My Grail is a Sky Dweller at this point. I'm a rambling man. First world problems are getting too much for me. Any help guiding me in on the correct path? Well, thank you. Okay, let's have a talk about this, and let's summarize. What do I suggest he does? He's got a whole lot of fucking movie shit. These aren't the ones that were worn in the movie, they're just the similar models. Yes, I love Raquel Walsh. She was so cool. As for your Rolexes, you got the Precision 30. It's a 34 mil. They didn't make 35. 34 mil Precision. Yeah, okay. I'd probably flick it, to be totally honest with you. I'd probably get rid of those two fucking. You got the Tag Heuer. Get rid of that fucking garbage as well. Get rid of the Seiko. Just get rid of shit. I'd definitely keep the. So I don't understand the way you've written this. It doesn't exactly make pure. So you've got a 36 mil Explorer 1. That's a great watch. It's a great watch. If you're not a fatso, that's a great watch. I pull. So I don't understand what you're saying here, Jason. I pull. So I have to appease the guru. I pull the trigger on. Okay. So you've got the Explorer 2. I think you got the Explorer 2 because you got it from Clive. It's cool. Done and dusted. Okay, so what would I do if I were you? I got to be completely frank and honest with you there. The Coke, I think they're a bit overpriced. I think that's a lot of money for vintage Rolex, which you're probably not going to wear that much because it's special. You know, I'd probably pass on that. The 2-date 5513, I owned one of those. They're a beautiful 5513. The 4-line was a 5512. No, I'd probably pass on that as well. I reckon the sweet spot is 90s and noughties. So 90s, from anywhere from 1990 up until 2009. I reckon that's the sweet spot. What would I buy? What would I buy if it was me? Look, I think an E serial number subby, they're a nice watch, but they're getting a little bit long in the tooth. So that's E serial numbers, what, 293. That's getting, if it hasn't been, it's not in amazing condition, you know, it can be very mediocre. I would probably pay a little bit more and get one with the gold in the clasp. Around the year 2000, they started putting the gold through the center, the buckle there. So I'd prefer that. Look, you've mentioned many decent things there. 2005 16610. You're saying why spend the extra 1,000? I'll tell you what, it's a completely different watch. It's a 2005, and I generally, when things are newer, they tend to not be as fucked over. So no, I completely see why it's worth doing that. What would I get? Seriously, absolutely seriously. I tell you the truth, though, I think the Sea Dweller 16600 2001 P serial number. Okay, it's got a fucking ding in the bezel. Fuck. Forget the Daytona. You said your least favorite. Well, if it's your least favorite, forget that. I think the Daytonas are good. I do like them. Forget 36mm day-date head. Yuck. I hate that shit. Date just 2. Forget that. My advice to you, out of all that stuff there, I reckon 2005 16610. Okay, why do I say that? Well, because it's in really nice condition. It is iconic and classic. The thing about the steel version is it doesn't have the fucking gold in the bracelet, which that can be problematic. I know it's more fancy glossy. People like the gold in the bracelet, but I think for you, let's build a nice quality collection. You've already got Explorer 1, that's a nice piece. You've got an Explorer 2, which is another nice piece. Wouldn't it be beautiful to have the sub? That'd be a nice 3-piece combo meal deal. I tell you what, we do that, and then I would add steel Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. I'd get a Man on the fucking Moon, because that would give us 4-piece combo meal deal Hunger Buster. This is a Hunger Buster hunger buster. It's a hunger buster. We've got Explorer 1, Explorer 2, Subby, and we've got all the bases covered. Chronograph, we've got a diver and a GMT. That's where I'd be going. Definitely, why spend the extra $1,000? I'll tell you why, because it's going to be newer. Doesn't mean it's necessarily better, but it's going to be, should be in better condition. And I think white metals is a cool way to go. The two-tone, how old are you? Do you tell me your fucking age? I can't fucking remember. How old? You sound a bit young. So I reckon go for the steel. I reckon the steel sub, once you get it, you will love it. Yeah, I reckon that's what I would do. It doesn't matter, it's a bit more expensive. If the seed dweller didn't have the ding, I'd probably say the seed dweller. I love those 40mm pre-ceramic seed dwellers. I think they've got investment potential on them. But I would do that. Done and dusted. Build a beautiful 4-piece collection. That'll tide you over until you start to get older. Then you can buy a reverso. And then, of course, when it's retirement, you get a paddock. And if you've gone white metals, steel, you can get a fucking white gold paddock to go with the pieces there. So that's definitely the way I would go. So that's my advice. Yeah, that's how I do it. That's exactly how I do it. So, guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends, all that sort of shit. Tell me what you think. And until next time, ciao, fuckers. Remember, guys, man cannot survive on Google Ads. I depend on these paid reviews to keep me on the YouTubes, because without this shit, it's very fucking hard to make a living. Living out of Google, out of YouTubes, it's fucked. It's very, very fucked. So my advice to you, please, guys, please, I tell you now, please, 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 my advice to you is to get a paid review done. Let the pontiff tell you what he thinks of your stupid decisions. I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you fuckaroonies think of that. David SW. David SW. David SW. Who does ArchieLuxury recommend is the greatest grey market dealer in America? There's only one choice. David SW. That's right, guys. I've got to tell you the honest truth. I have for a long time been looking for the perfect answer. Who do I recommend people go to see? Who do I recommend that people can go and buy watches? And I've got to be honest with you. The greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet is David SW. David SW. David SW. DavidSW.com. That's right, guys. I have been looking for a contact who I can very nicely refer people to. I am not in the selling business. Customer service, I'm too old to sell watches. I'm too old. I like to recommend my viewers to a reliable source. In Australia, I've got some great sources. There's Sydney Watch Exchange with Cove, Ronnie at Vintage Watch Co, Shani at European Watch Gallery. And in America, who is the best source for pre-owned Rolex? For all the hot models, there's only one person I would recommend, David SW. David SW, David SW. That is the premier source for pre-owned Rolex. I gotta be completely frank and honest with you. Guys, if you are looking for a hot Rolex model, there is only one place you can go to. David SW. David SW. David SW. Let's be honest, guys. There's no point schmoozing the dealers, the ADs. They're just a waste of time. Unless you're going to buy 20 pieces, you are wasting your time. What you're better off to do is pay the market premium and go to a good pre-owned dealer. Who do I recommend? David SW. David SW. David SW. That's correct, guys. I want to tell you this now. I 100% stand behind David SW. David SW, the greatest pre-owned dealer in the entire United States of America. That's right, the greatest pre-owned dealer for Rolex, for Patek Philippe, for Audemars Piguet, David SW. He even does things like FP Journe. David SW, David SW, David SW. That's right, if you want to buy a pre-owned Rolex, a Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, there's only one good source I would recommend. David SW, David SW, David SW. I'm Paul Pluta, the method actor who plays Archibald Chesterfield III, and I'm proud to recommend David SW. See you later. Thank you for watching this channel.